Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am doing some light container gardening. Now basically I have containers that are looking not that interesting. We're at the end of February, and I think now is a good time to go ahead and get these planted with things like violas, broccoli, cauliflower, other cool season veggies that can grow out for the remainder of spring and look really nice so that watering the pots will seem worthwhile. I'm also doing a quick examination of the gardens and going around and collecting flowers for floating arrangements, which not only is a beautiful, relaxing practice, but helps me protect my garden from potentially invasive species, specifically hellebores. So I'm going to go ahead and do a stroll, catch up with you in the garden and explain exactly why I am plucking every single hellebore flower and show you what else I'll be putting into my late winter container gardens. Well, Helleborus hybridus are notorious seeders, particularly here in North Carolina. They probably could qualify to be on the invasive plants list, but I have a nice patch. I love that they flower. I do need to come in and cut all the foliage off, which I'm going to do right now, but it's also appropriate to come through and literally just pluck off every single bloom, because that is the easiest way to prevent seed from setting. Yes, this task is a little bit tedious, but the result is beautiful floating flower arrangements, which bring me an incredible amount of joy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this task accomplished once and for all for this season. Cut back all the old foliage and pluck off every single open flower. And as you can all see, I have the absolute best helper. The golden panther is here to supervise my hellebore cutbacks and ensure that they don't become an invasive species. All right, the foliage is cut back. I've got a bowl of flowers to be able to float, and there's plenty of flower buds still coming, so I'll be able to keep making beautiful floating arrangements for the next couple of weeks. All right, I'm just gonna top dress these containers with a light layer of veggie mix, and then I'm gonna get the violas, snowball cauliflower, and fava beans transplanted into these pots. And I think that combination is gonna look really good for the remainder of spring. Of course, these pots will be completely replanted for summer, but I won't do that likely until the beginning of June. Well, here in the fire pit, these pots are pretty boring, but I'm really thrilled to see that the tulips that were planted are growing quite well. You can see they're coming up all over, so there isn't that much room, but there's enough room to be able to slip in a couple of violas and of course some cauliflowers because I can't help it. The addition of violas is only going to make these pots more delicious for the deer who are eating the grains with great regularity, but that's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and plant what I have just because they're better to be potted than they are drying out in the greenhouse. Speaking of dry, everything is really dry. I don't think we got very much precipitation while I was gone, even though it did snow. And I'm really disappointed to show you that this bed that I did a ton of seeding in is showing no germination. And yeah, you can see it's just dust. It's dry as a bone. So I'm gonna take this opportunity, mostly because I'm avoiding computer work and running errands, and I'm gonna get this bed planted with cool season veggies so that I'll be motivated to keep it watered. thrilled to show that the pots that I seeded during the second seed class that we held here in the greenhouse, everything is growing super well. You can see how amazing the grains look, and you can see the peas, the sweet peas are starting to germinate. And I tucked these in last week because it was cold, but it's definitely time to get these back out into the fresh air. And I'm gonna get these last two pots here at the greenhouse entry planted with violas and fava beans. These fava beans were seeded on January 19th. Ordinarily, I direct seed them, but I knew it was too cold at that point, and the seeds had already been soaked because we did these in one of the seed classes. So I'm going ahead and getting these transplanted, and I will be able to call this task accomplished. Well, everybody, I hope this video on enhancing your winter container gardens will serve as inspiration for you. As always, I look forward to sharing updates, and I'm wishing you all the best. Happy gardening, and thanks for watching.